Okay, sports fans, this is Twitter. I'm going to show you how you can utilize this for your sport. So go to Twitter, as you see here, .com. If you don't have an account, click on Get Started to join. And then I'm going to log in. I have a couple accounts, but I'm going to log in as wrestling coach because the example we're going to show you is for the sport of wrestling. So if I'm a wrestling coach or a baseball coach, I can do the same thing. In this case, the example I will show you is wrestling. But there are many ways you can use Twitter. You can use it to get information. You can use it to get information out about your tournament or your club or your sport, your matches. But what we're going to do today is show you how to use it for information about your sport. So in this case, we're going to look for wrestling information. As you can see here, this is Twitter. I'm in my account. This is information. What you're seeing here are little what they call tweets. But Twitter is a micro blogging site, meaning they just put out little tweets of information, little pieces of information that people find interesting, and they have to be 140 characters or less. So for example, MMA Geek here, he was on a site and he thought something was cool, so he put a tweet out about it with a link. And so people will do this all day. You can also go click on everyone and see what the entire Twitter community, which is a couple million people, are tweeting about. And most of it won't make sense to you, but it'll show you what's going on. Now, here's how you use this more specifically. There's a couple of tools you can use. The tool I'm going to show you today is Twitter search. So I want you to, after you've created an account, I want you to go to search.twitter.com. It pops up on mine. It remembers it. Search.twitter.com is what we want. And this will allow you to see what people are talking about a specific subject. In this case, wrestling. So let's I want some information about wrestling tournaments, either that have taken place or that have gone on, or things that are hot. Recently, the Brent Metcalf and Caldwell match has been hot. So let's see what people are saying about Brent Metcalf. So if I type in Brent Metcalf, this is going to show me all of the posts where people have talked about Brent Metcalf. Right here, Daddy Snake thought this was a nice column about Brent Metcalf. He posted that 3 days ago. So if you think that's interesting, you can go look at it. Wall Street Journal notes Brent Metcalf's impression of Hulk Hogan seriously. So you can take a look at that. And these are different things people have said about Brent Metcalf. Now when you're searching, if you want something to be specifically and exactly like that, you want to put quotations around it. And then it will only pull up tweets or information that shows that specific term, search term. Okay? So now we can go through here and we can find someone who's talking about Brent Metcalf. And this may be someone worth following. This may be someone worth listening to. So if Dr. Daly talked about Brent Metcalf, we can go, he talked about Metcalf issuing an apology, we can go to Dr. Daly, we can read a little bit about him, which he didn't put much information, but there's not a lot to put. And if we like him, if we want to know more about what he's tweeting about, we can click follow. And then when we come back to our home, anytime he tweets, if we're online, it will show it. And it shows the most recent information on down. Okay? So that's one way you can use it to find information. But you can also participate in the conversation. So, for example, we were here where he talked about, Dr. Daly talked about Brent Metcalf's apology. I can reply, "That's great that Metcalf apologized." Or whatever you want to say. You can contribute to these conversations and build relationships and find people in the wrestling community, plus gather valuable information about wrestling and see what was hot on the social web. So that's all I'm going to teach you for today. In future videos, I'll show you some more ways you can utilize this in your sports programs, in your youth programs. But for now, go to Twitter, get an account if you don't have one. Follow me. I'm Wrestling Coach. We're Wrestling Training Media, and you can follow us at Wrestling Coach, twitter.com/Wrestling Coach. Go there, click follow.